So just real quick, I thought I'd throw up my thoughts on the Final Fantasy VII trailer that dropped a couple of days ago with those 2 minutes worth of gameplay footage from what is obviously the beginning of the campaign in Midgar. If you haven't seen the trailer, I will throw the link down below this video in the blog entry. Um, Obviously, the CG is gorgeous. There was a question that was asked. It was, I don't know, a bit ago on the internet about whether or not Squaresoft was going to use the rendering engine for all the characters in the game that they had used for Advent Children. People were curious about that since Cloud looked different and Barrett looks quite a bit different. And the answer to that is no, Square is not going to use that engine, largely due to the fact that those models are out of date and no longer that usable, which means that they are rendering newer, even better character models for all of the people that we know and love, which is a kind of a neat trick because I thought that Advent Children's character models were pretty stinking good. But then again, that's been a while. So yeah, new character models are awesome. The CG is beautiful. CG is absolutely beautiful. The lighting effects are gorgeous. I mean, it's Square. Uh, the only people that hold any kind of a candle to these guys in terms of cutscene is Blizzard and yeah. So the CG is beautiful. The gameplay looks beautiful. The voice work is I won't say it's bad, but it's very Japanese. Japanese companies doing English dubs. There's just something strange with the cadence. I don't know if you've ever heard, if you've ever seen any kind of a Japanese animation production doing English dubs, the way that people speak, it's just totally it doesn't sound natural at all. Some of the characters sound just fine. Some of the characters, Barrett sounds bad. I'm just gonna say bad, but he does have a nice set of sunglasses and some groovy tattoos to make up for it. So stereotypes are alive and well over in the Kingdom of the Rising Sun. The combat system has me a little bit worried. I'm a throwback and kind of old school. I want my ATB combat system. I want my turn-based combat. There was a lot of strategy to be had with turn-based combat. Uh, Whether you were doing active time battle or wait. There was a lot of strategy to be had there, and it looks like they've completely thrown that combat system out the window in favor of the system that they've been using in the last couple of Final Fantasy games. This one really looks like they've lifted a lot of it from Final Fantasy 15. And I don't know. The game looks a little bit too Devil May Cry and not quite enough Final Fantasy 7, just from those first 2 minutes. But, you know, having never actually played Final Fantasy 15, I'm really not in a position to comment one way or the other on it. Wait to see. Wait to see more footage as it drops. Square has announced that they're doing episodic content rather than trying to redo everything in the game and give it to us all at once because that game would never launch. It would, take like 100 years to do it all. They are going to do sections of the game at a time. The rumor on the internet is talking about 3 different episodes, but that obviously might change. It would stand to reason since the episodic content in the game really is kind of the discs are really broken up really really well. Your first disc is more or less everything that goes on inside of Midgard. The second disc is kind of the open world and the gold saucer, and your third disc is all in-game content like the North Crater and stuff like that. So it wouldn't necessarily be out of order or process or whatever for them to have that kind of content. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. The combat system has me worried. I won't lie. The combat system has me worried a lot. Square's been pretty open about how they're definitely going to make some changes between the old game and this one. And Yeah, the combat systems got me nervous. Since the combat systems really what I was, excuse me, looking forward to more than anything else. So we will have to wait and see how they handle all that. I can't wait to see the first batch of summons that they do. I'm really kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Be sure to check out the trailer. And for anybody who was just watching that last video, yes, if you were paying attention around the 3-minute mark, the audio started drifting a little bit from the video. So obviously the audio quality has changed between that last video clip and the one that we're watching right now. And that's because I've switched over to my bezel mic, which is probably what we're going to be using for the next couple of video updates until we can figure out why NCH is having such a hard time with this wonderful condenser mic that my buddy lent me. In the meantime, I am accepting suggestions for different video editing software because while I absolutely love the features in NCH VideoPad, and while I absolutely love WavePad, which is their digital composition software, their customer support is lacking. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions that don't cost me like an arm and a leg. So no Final Cut, please. Thank you. Come back soon.